Berry. Kathy read from the works of Wendell Berry to open this service. Within the circle of our lives, we dance the circle of the years, the circles of the seasons within the circles of the years, the cycles of the moon within the circles of the season, the circles of our reasons with the cycles of the moon. Again, we come and go, changed, changing, hands join, unjoin in love and fear, grief and joy. The circles turn, each giving unto each and unto all. Only music keeps us here, each by all the others held. In the hold of hands and eyes, we turn in pairs that joining each to all again, and then we turn aside alone, out of the sunlight gone, into the darker circles of return. Amen. Now is the time when we give our own treasure for the work of this community, which does not stop at the door or at painting the walls or at having a church supper or a wine tasting. It goes so much further than that. That was wonderful. Thank you, choir. Thank you, Tony. And good morning again. And let me say, I am absolutely delighted to be speaking today, despite everything that's happened in the last 2 years, to be a working part of this community and see us thriving as a congregation. It makes my heart happy. Reverend Emily makes my heart happy. We've come through a lot together. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? I keep telling myself that. But after 2 years of masked and unmasked struggling with broken dreams, a broken government, broken lives, and broken hearts, my own included, I don't feel in the least bit stronger. In fact, I feel just the opposite. I don't feel strong at all. I feel vulnerable, scared, tired, weary. Weary and tired are two different things. Angry, confused, and often with neither hope nor faith. And that's on a good day. And now I get to preach about love and circles. What I need most in the midst of all of this continuing uncertainty is to know that I am connected, grounded, and surrounded by those I love and who love me for what I am. Not for what I could or should be, but for who I am. And so, with references to the wise words of the sachem and prophet of the Lakota people, Black Elk, and memories of play party games of our we come. Or is this just the nature of being human, of wanting to belong, to fit in, of being safe and accepted in my circle? It's very important. Belonging is very important. It's life-giving and sustaining. We just got through Valentine's Day. And I say got through quite deliberately. It can be a challenge. Do any of you remember Valentine's Day back before kids had to bring a Valentine for every kid in class? I do. I still have flashbacks. So when I was a first-year kindergarten teacher a million years ago, things had already begun to change. I sent out a note to parents with a list of names of the kids, saying it was the custom that everyone would send a card to everyone, and I had extras if needed. The next day, I got a note from a Jehovah's Witness family asking that their daughter not be included in the activity or given any Valentines. Should I disregard their wishes and give her a bag of cutouts or stickers or candy along with the other kids and shut up? Not my first choice. Should I pretend I never got the note? A possibility, but it went against my professional ethics. On the other hand, could I sit there and let a 5-year-old sit off by herself or be sent to the library while the other kids had the party they'd been talking about all and getting ready for all week? Not on your life. I sent Charlene's parents a note asking them if they might consider keeping Charlene home that day on account of because I thought it might be easier on her. On me, really. Not happening. On Valentine's Day, Charlene came to school. And when the appointed party time came, I produced a bag of paper stickers and none such. I'd picked up the equivalent back then of a dollar store, which I explained to the kids were not Valentines. No way, not even a little bit. But some different surprises, especially for Charlene, because her family's practice was not to do anything special on other people's holidays. I told them we needed to respect people's different family practices, but I thought it would be nice for her to have a little surprise bag of something else to open when the other kids were opening their Valentines. I did this, excuse me. I did this because people often do the same things differently. Repeat, some people don't do our same things at all. People do the same things differently. Did I make the right decision? I still don't know. Nobody filed a complaint and I wasn't fired. Today, I might have been. What was most important to me then was keeping Charlene in the circle, not seeing a 5-year-old hurt or feeling left out. In my heart, I bridged the gap. The little girl had not one single Valentine, but she did have a bag of unvalentines that looked very much like what the other kids had on their desks, and she felt included. She stayed inside the circle. I kept her inside the circle. In my older UU awareness, I still don't know whether I did the right thing. The heart is not always the best judge of a situation. But like the symbol of the heart, the Valentine, the shape and the symbol of the circle is something else we honor and have worked with all of our lives. I wanted to keep this dear little heart inside of our circle. Among many indigenous peoples, our human existence is seen as an interconnected, sound familiar, part of a whole and larger circle wherein all things exist and are interdependent. And to thrive, each needs to be in harmony with the whole. Lakota sachem and Chief Black Elk call this concept the sacred hoop of his people, of his world, his planet, and his life. When it goes right, we all thrive. And when it doesn't, we fall out of harmony with ourselves and the natural world and the ecosystem, we will suffer. And I realize I just left out the beginning reading. So I'm going to ask Kathy to do the first reading now that I had planned on, because it fits perfectly, and the other one when I ask for it. I told you I'd forget something. I always do.
Then I was standing on the highest mountain of them all, and round about beneath me was the whole hoop of the world. And while I stood there, I saw more than I can tell, and I understood more than I saw. For I was seeing in a sacred manner the shapes of all things in the spirit, and the shape of all shapes as they must live together like one being. And I saw that the sacred hoop of my people was one of many hoops that made one circle, wide as daylight and as starlight. And in the center grew one mighty flowering tree to shelter all the children of one mother and one father. And I saw that it was holy. I saw ahead the rainbow flaming above the teepee of the 6 grandfathers, built and roofed with cloud and sewed with thongs of lightning. And underneath it were all the wings of the air, and under them the animals and men. All these were rejoicing, and thunder was like happy laughter. As I rode in through the rainbow door, there were cheering voices from all over the universe. And I saw the 6 grandfathers sitting in a row with their arms held toward me and their hands palms out. And behind them in the cloud were faces thronging without number of the people yet to be. A good nation I will make live. This the nation above has said. They have given me the power to make over. Song of power he sang towards the end of a childhood vision.
Don't go away. According to the Lakota, we are all in the circle, the sacred hoop. Some of us are more connected than others. Some are more intentional, more responsible for its safekeeping and continuity than others. As long as we have the ability to choose, there will always be an in and an out. And like the little game we played earlier, the in and the out will change over time. Sometimes we get to choose our circles, and sometimes we don't. Would you read the other one?
Hey, lean to hear my feeble voice at the center of the sacred hoop. You have said that I should make the tree to bloom, with tears running, O great spirit, my grandfather. With running eyes, I must say the tree has never bloomed. Here I stand, and the tree is withered. Again, I recall the great vision you gave me. It may be that some little root of the sacred tree still lives. Nourish it then, that it may leaf and bloom and fill with singing birds. Hear me, that the people may once again find the good road and the shielding tree.
I like it even better this way. Hear me, that the people may once again find the good road and the shielding tree. The varying natures of our circles and our engagement with those several circles is how we live our lives. The investment, the interconnection, and integration of our many circles with the greater circle, like the road less traveled, will make all the difference. What I need in the midst of all this continuing uncertainty is to know that I'm connected, grounded, and surrounded by those I love and those who love me for what I am. I am profoundly grateful for my UU Kingston Circle and my greater UU National Circle and my even greater and more inclusive UU International Circle. These are the circles of my being, among others. When you go home today, I would ask that you take a look at your own circles and where they interconnect. Are they working for you? And if so, why? And if not, why not? Are they circles of growth or circles of stasis? Are they permeable? Are they ironclad? It's not about which one is better. It's about knowing which ones work best for you and the greater good of the sacred hoop. We are interconnected on so many levels. We need to be aware of it. Blessed be. Thank you. Our closing hymn is number 323 in the gray hymnal, Break Not the Circle.